What's going on, everybody that's living in Arizona now? And today we're going to do an episode on you know you're from Arizona if. So let's dive in here and take a look. All right, so you know you're from Arizona if you enjoy spicy food. I like Tabasco, Tapatio sauce, Cholula sauce, so many different hot sauces on my meat, my tacos, your salsa. You know you're from Arizona if you just like spicy things on pretty much everything. Obviously not ice cream or dessert, but when it comes to meat, veggies, I always put hot sauce on pretty much everything, even that over ketchup. So that's how you know you're from Arizona. Typically people who are not from Arizona, they don't get down with the spicy stuff like we do out here in Arizona. All right, so you know you're from Arizona if you have to use moisturizer for your dry skin, chapped lips. Out here it's really dry and arid, so if you got to use some sort of moisturizer for chapped lips or dry skin, you know you're from Arizona. So you know you're from Arizona if you've seen a coyote in your backyard or in your neighborhood late at night, early in the morning, in the afternoon. Coyotes out here in Arizona, they're pretty abundant, and you will have encounters with coyotes, so that's how you know you're from Arizona. You know you're from Arizona if rain makes you extremely excited. The smell of creosotes. I mean, look at this tree right here. You could tell he could use some rain, couldn't he? But out here in Arizona, we're so dry. When it does rain, it's exciting. All right, so you know you're from Arizona if you've stepped on a cactus, a goat head burr, something has gotten into your foot, a thorn like this on the saguaro, you've popped a basketball, popped a football, or a bike tire. So that's how you know you're from Arizona, if a cactus thorn has affected you in some way. Yeah, so another way you know you're from Arizona is if you've cracked your windshield or have a cracked windshield or a chip on your glass on your windshield. I'll show you what it is. It's these little gravel rocks right here that semis kick up, and that's what hits your windshield and cracks it. So another way you'll know if you're from Arizona, if you wake up in the morning, check the weather and see that it's 70 degrees and think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna need a sweater. So 70 degrees in Arizona, sweater weather. All right, the next way you know you're from Arizona is if you consider Rocky Point, Mexico or San Diego your second home, your beach town. That's where our beach is. For me, it's Rocky Point, Mexico, also known as Puerto Penasco. So that's how you know you're from Arizona. All right, so you know you're from Arizona if your phone has overheated in your car during 110 degrees while you went inside. Just for 5-10 minutes being outside, your phone will overheat. So you know the notification. You gotta wait 20-30 minutes for it to cool down. So that's how you know you're from Arizona. So not sure if you guys know this or not, but out here in Arizona, we don't actually have basements. Some people may, but for the most part, we don't have basements. So you know you're from Arizona if you don't find it bizarre that people don't have basements. People who come from out of state, out of town, they think it's weird we don't have basements here. I'll tell you why. It's because the ground is actually hard the farther down you dig. And so you know you're from Arizona if you've had a $300 or more power bill. Out here in Arizona, you got to run the AC in the summertime. In June, July, and August, APS, SRP, those prices on that power bill can get pretty high up there. So another way you know you're from Arizona is if 100 degrees really doesn't bother you, if you don't think it's hot. 110, it's hot for everyone, but 100 degrees, 90 to 100, most people in Arizona don't really think that's too hot. They think that's nice weather. So another way you know you're from Arizona is if you forget the rest of the country adheres to daylight savings time. Out here in Arizona, we're one of the few places in the country that doesn't do daylight savings time. So you don't have to roll back your clocks, roll forward your clocks when the rest of the country has to. Pretty good, right? So another way you know you're from Arizona is if Spanish is actually your second language. Adios, hola, gracias. Most people from Arizona know how to speak some Spanish, and it's typically their second language. So you know you're from Arizona if you have a lead foot and like to drive fast pretty much everywhere you go around town. Whether you're on the freeway or in the surface streets, people out here drive fast, and it's kind of contagious because everything's so spread out across the state, and in the metro areas of Phoenix and Tucson, people just drive fast. That's how you know you're from Arizona. So another way you know you're from Arizona is when you step out in the morning to go take your dog for a walk or just walk out the door, you check for rattlesnakes, especially in the summertime. Or even when you walk by these bushes here, you might question whether or not there's a snake or a reptile in there that could get you. And another way you know you're from Arizona is if your neighbors brag about how many guns they have, or you yourself have a whole arsenal of guns. As you know, Arizona is very friendly to the Second Amendment, and out here it is considered an open carry state. So that's how you know you're from Arizona. If your neighbors talk about guns, or you personally have a lot of guns, that's how it is out here in Arizona. So don't mess with too many people, because they might have a gun packing heat. So you know you're from Arizona if at some point in time you were caught in a flash flood going over a creek or a river at some point. Flash floods happen to you, and they're not fun, they're risky. So if you do have a flash flood, by the way, kind of don't try and test that water or that flood, because monsoons, there's something serious. So you know you're from Arizona if your driver's license doesn't expire for 30 years. Yeah, that's actually a thing. I think they did away with it in about 2018, but if you have a driver's license from 2018 or older, you know you're from Arizona, because your license doesn't expire for another 30 years. So you know you're from Arizona if you yourself wear a bolo tie, or you know someone who wears a bolo tie, and I'll even go one more step further, someone who wears silver and turquoise. If you wear silver and turquoise and a bolo tie, you are hardcore from Arizona. You know you're from Arizona if the only reason you go to the Indian reservations is to go to the casinos. We have them in northern Arizona, we have them across Phoenix, many in Phoenix actually. You have the Auction, Talking Stick, you have some up in Matazell. So many casinos across Arizona. Even Tucson has casinos. So you know you're from Arizona if the only reason you go to the Native American Indian reservations is if you're going there for the casino. So you know you're from Arizona if you go to a restaurant and you think it's weird to order seafood out here in the desert. You know, the ocean's so far away. I mean, think about how long it takes for that seafood to get out here on that frozen truck. So if you think ordering seafood in the desert is weird, you're probably from Arizona. So you know you're from Arizona if you go out of state and you go somewhere where it's flat and they don't have mountains. Reason is because we have so many mountains all around Arizona that when you go someplace that doesn't have mountains, you're like, whoa, this is weird. So another way you know you're from Arizona is if you've considered swimming in a swimming pool in the winter, in November, December, January. I mean, look at this weather. It is winter, middle of December, and it's sunny out. Yeah, you almost want to go swimming in the pool. All right, thanks for watching Live in Arizona Now. If this is your first time here, you can subscribe and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys on the next one.